back in the early 1970s, Dr. Paul Davis was with a group of doctors that came up with a criterion-based test for firefighters all across the United States. And they came up with this. It wasn't actually called the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge, but it was a criterion-based test. In the early 1990s, Dr. Paul took it off the shelf and said, hey, I know the competitive spirit of the firefighters across this country, and I believe we can turn this into a really good competition. And 21 years later, this is what you have, the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge. It travels all across the world. We've got 27 stops here in the United States and about 8 stops overseas. The host department will contact the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge staff, and they go through all the fundraisers to try to come up with the money, because it is really expensive to travel all the way across the country. And so they do all kinds of fundraisers and go out and just beat the doors down with their patrons here across the city and say, hey, we want to bring this competition to our town. Would you help us out? And obviously the folks here in Pikeville, Kentucky stepped up and said, yeah, we'll help you out. We'll bring the toughest 2 minutes in sports to right here in Pikeville, Kentucky. And today, as you well saw, Pikeville Fire Department took on the first place in the team category. So it all came to fruition right here today in Pikeville.
Hats off to Chief Hahn. I think Randy Courtney, a lot of the other firefighters in Pikeville has brought this here, this Firefighter Combat Challenge. This is very impressive. I mean, if you get out here in this type of heat and watching these guys run 5 flights of stairs, 5 stories, carrying 55 pounds on their back, the dummy up and down 120 feet, it's very impressive. And I've always hats off to all these firefighters and EMTs and first responders, because it shows you what they've got and what we're made of. I would say my favorite part have to be the stairs, taking the 5-story stairs with 50-some pounds on the back. And then they have to, when they get to the top, they have to pull up another 45 pounds to the top. So, and they get back down and they have to hit every step all the way down. So I think that's pretty impressive. I got an opportunity several years ago when we had a controlled burn where an old house in town was being torn down, and they went in and set the house on fire, and they went in and trained on how to put it out. And I got an opportunity to put the gear on, put the helmet, oxygen, and go in and sit in the floor while they fought the fire around me. And just sitting there watching it, it's just amazing what kind of skills and techniques and how good they are at what they do. And we're very proud, definitely, of the Pikeville Fire Department and everybody else that's being represented here. But I would, you look at some of these different states represented here, and our guys are as good, if not better, than any of these other guys from these other states. So I'm very proud of them.
All right, lights are green as they reach down and grab that 42-pound high-rise pack, throw it on their outside shoulder, and make their way up to the top of the tower. They can skip as many steps as they want to on the way up. Once they reach the top of that tower, they're going to throw that high-rise pack into a box, lean over the rail, and grab that 5/8-inch Sterling rope. Attached to the end of that, it's a 42-pound donut roll. As they hoist that donut roll all the way to the top, over the rail, into the box. It's like Scott Bauer from them Shillings finished up and making his way down. Remember, they can skip as many steps as they want to on the way up, but they got to hit every single step on the way down. Scott Bauer and them Shillings on top of that Kaiser forcible entry machine. On that Kaiser forcible entry machine, they're moving a 160-pound steel I-beam. They got to move at a total distance of 5 feet with that 9-pound shot maul. They get finished, the light will come on, the buzzer goes off. They throw that hammer down on the lion mat and make their way through that 140-foot delineator course. Brandon Hayden clears the tower over there on the red side. She gets on top of that Kaiser machine. Scott Bauer over here on the blue side with that 1.75-inch All-American hose through the saloon doors. Open up, hits the target, it goes down, headed to Rescue Randy. That Rescue Randy's a 175-pound, true-to-life, 6-foot-tall rescue mannequin. They got to drag him back 106 feet all the way across that Scott safety finish line. Brandon Hayden, Pikeville, Kentucky over here on the red side. Been in the fire service, looks like 6 years over here on this paper. First time out here running the individual run of the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge. 25 to go there. Scott Bauer from Nimshillen. Scott Bauer over there on the blue side with a clean run, coming across over there with a 2:11.71, 2:11.71 for Scott Bauer from Nimshillen. Good job, Scott. Come on, let's help him out. Pikeville, Kentucky, here we are. Brandon Hayden over here on the red side. As he reaches down and grabs that rescue Randy. Rocks him back, got some encouraging words from the sideline over here on the red side. 50 foot to go, Brandon, kicking him down. Hit the 25-foot mark. Brandon Hayden over here on the red side. Very first time out here running individual. Taking up all of them. Here we are with a clean run. 2:51.53. Congratulations there, Brandon.
The heat's not too bad. I mean, being a fireman, you're used to the heat. Just about I spend up to 30 hours a week working out in turnout gear, so that part wasn't bad. The tower's a big difference from what we're used to because it's 3 more stories. That's what I made comments. That's a long way to the top. I mean, we've got stairs at the fire station, but only half that many. And that was a long way to the top of those. That was the hardest part. My favorite part of the course is the dummy drag, but that's what I've done for the last 4 years in the relay. So that's probably the part I was most comfortable with. I'm planning on doing it again in about a month. As far as hosting the event, there are some other factors go into that. We hope we do, because it's a great thing to bring in here as far as firefighter health and wellness. We love having the challenge here. They like being here, so we hope we'll host them here again.
He'll try it out here with some individuals. Nick Potter. There it is, lights green. He makes his way up to the top. Nick Potter right here in Pikeville Fire. .23 seconds split time to the top of the tower for Nick Potter. 23 seconds on the split time. Got a great run going right there. Nick Potter, Pikeville Fire. Over here on the red side, up and over the rail, into the box. He makes his way down the tower. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, they got to hit every single step on the way down. They can skip as many as they want to up, but they got to hit them all on the way down. Nick Potter, Pikeville Fire, right here on the red side, running a single run. Nick Potter clears the tower, 58 seconds on a split time. He's moving that Kaiser, that 160-pound steel I-beam, making it move down that sled. As he throws that hammer down on the lion mat, Nick Potter over here on the red side, running a single run from right here in Pikeville, Kentucky. Nick Potter got it going on. 140-foot delineator course right here. He's got to go through it. He breaks the last delineator. Nick's going to reach down and grab the handle of that puck nozzle attached to that 1 3/4 All-American hose for a 75-foot hose drag to the saloon doors. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's help him out. Nick Potter over here on the red side. He hits the target. It goes down, headed over to Randy. That 75-pound, I'm sorry. .25 to go. Nick Potter over here on the red side, running a single run from Pikeville, Kentucky. There we are. 2:22.31. First time ever out here on the course as an individual.
It's a very hard course. They call it the toughest 2 minutes in sports, and that's exactly what it is. It's one of the most strenuous workouts you can do. It's probably 102 or 3 degrees right now, and it takes a toll on you. But my favorite part of the course is probably the Kaiser sled, the Forcible Entry.
All right, here we are. Next competitor's already out here on the blocks on the blue side from right here at Pikeville Fire, Pikeville, Kentucky, Mitch Case.
Hey, is this Mitch's first time as an individual?
I believe this is Mitch's first time out as an individual as well. Mitch Case right here in Pikeville. One more set of steps for Mitch Case, and he'll make it to the top. Mitch Case, red hose hoist up and over the rail, slams into the box. As Mitch makes his way down that tower, he's got to hit every single step on the way down. Mitch Case with that single run from Pikeville, Kentucky over here on the blue side. Clears the tower, 123, and he gets on top of that Kaiser Forcible Entry machine. Kaiser, the only United States-based manufacturer of exercise cycles, and also makers of the Kaiser Forcible Entry machine.
You said there was a hose placement, Bill? Is that what you were saying? I couldn't hear you. I got you.
There he is, up and over the shoulder harness of that Scott 5.5 air pack. There he is, picking it up right there from Pikeville, Kentucky, through the saloon doors, open up, hits the target, it goes down, headed over to Rescue Randy. Mitch Case, ladies and gentlemen. As he throws Rescue Randy up, locks back on him, and here we are, 106 feet. All the way across that Scott safety finish line. Mitch Case from right here in Pikeville, 50 feet to go. Mitch, don't stop, don't look back. We'll let you know when it's all over with. 25 to go. Mitch Case, Pikeville Fire over there on the blue side, running a single run. First time out as an individual. There we are with a 250, 123.
It's all what we love to do. We wouldn't be out here if we didn't love it and go through all the practice and training it takes to go through it. I mean, my favorite part is the Kaiser sled. I like to be able to hit the beam. I don't know what it is about that. But the most tiring thing is right at the end after your legs are all done when you got to carry the 175-pound mannequin. So, I mean, but we practice all the time and train for it to do the best that we can. As an individual with the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge, this is my first time. I mean, we've done all the individuals over at the station, but it can't really compare to this because it's so confined here. Over there, it's spread out a whole lot. So, but this is my first time individually. Yes. The steps are a whole lot longer. They're really more like steps. The station steps we have over there, we have 3 flights, and the top flight is barely long enough. The stairs are barely long enough to put your toe on. So. It's very short, so we have to be careful over there, but here we're able to stretch our legs with it. And it's 2 more flights too, so whenever we get done with all this and the Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge leaves, then we're going to be right over at the station practicing, trying to get better to do it again.
I'm here to watch my son, Mitch Case. He's with Pikeville Fire Department. Competed today in individuals for the first time, and he's competed with the relay team and be competing again tomorrow with that. You know, for a lot of people probably don't know, Pikeville competed in the World Championship last year and came in 40th, and it's a great thing. And I'd like to see more of the people come out and support them. This is a wonderful thing for us to have here in Pikeville.
St. Matthew's Fire, Michael Monahan, George Wiggins, Aaron Sparks, and Ricky Tapp. And over here on the red side, from right here in middle of Pikeville, Kentucky, it's Pikeville Fire with Keith Gillespie, Mitch Case, Nick Potter, Justin Maynard, and Brandon Hayden. And they're off all the way up to the top of the towers and lean over the rail and grab that rope doing the hoist. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a 42-pound donut roll attached to the end of that 5/8-inch Sterling rope Pikeville. First one up and over the rail as they make their way down the tower. They got to hit every single step on the way down. Pikeville Fire covers the tower in 39 seconds and that's all it does on this watching machine. St. Matthew's on the blue side. St. Matthew's on the blue side as he looks across the way out on the red. Pikeville Fires every time down that inch and 3/4 All-American hose for that stick. And now Pikeville Fires still got to go to St. Matthew's on the blue side. Those down back is right. He's working all the way down. Pikeville Fire on the red side. If there's anybody out here to watch this race on the blue side, how about make a little noise and let them know you're here from the fire? And there we are, the light screen. What he's doing is reaching down and grabbing that 42-pound high-rise back. He throws it on the outside shoulder, makes his way up to the top of the tower. He can skip as many steps as he wants to on the way up. As he makes his way up around the last turn, when he makes the top deck, he's going to throw that high-rise back into a box, and he's going to lean over the rail. Well, they're going to grab that 5/8-inch Sterling rope. Attached to the end of that's a 42-pound donut roll. He's going to hoist it all the way to the top. It's 41 feet from the ground to where their feet are at the top of that tower. Once he gets that thing up, he's going to sling it over the rail and into that box. They're going to hand off, and then they're going to make their way down the tower. Remember, I told you they can skip as many steps as they want to on the way up, but they got to hit every single step on the way down. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, have my Belfry Fire over here, handoff. And he jumps on top of that Kaiser Force military machine. Where he grabs a 9.6-pound shot ball. And he's moving a 160 pound steel line beam of total. This is 5 feet. When the alarm goes off and the LED illuminates on the pan, he'll throw that hammer down to that line there. This is way down this 140-foot delineator course. Oh, he had to come back and grab. There he goes. He's got it now. Try. They still got it going on to come back and grab the baton. They hand off and make their way over that inch and 3/4 All-American hose. Big and deep right there. So how you doing, hose boys? Head up the door is open. As we make our way over to Rescue Randy. Big Matt over here on the blue side. Matt Markham over here with Rescue Randy, a 175 pounds. True to line, 6 foot tall. Rescue Mannequin, they're going to drag him 106 feet. Matt, you only got about 15 to go. Come on, man. There we go. 223.65. At the point of the man as they step on those pressure pads. And they got to remain motionless for 2 seconds. There we are. He counted down. Alarms go off. Lights are green, and we make ourselves way up to the top of the tower. Friends to the rescue on the blue side with a head start. Pike will tandem over on the red side. Gonna try to catch him up to the top of the tower. Pike will tandem has an over 40 tandem, by the way. On top of that Kaiser Forcible Engine Machine over there on the blue side. Fred's to the rescue. Sean Sullivan and Mark Bennett on the blue side as they come off and hand up. He makes his way around that 140-foot delineator course on his way to that All-American hose. He reaches down and grabs the nozzle, throws that shoulder up on the shoulder of that 5.5 Scott Air Pack and makes his way 75 feet. Through the saloon doors, open up, hits the target, it goes down, and there he is. At Rescue Randy on the blue side. It's Fred's to the rescue. Sean Sullivan and Mark Bennett on blue. Making his way down the tower over here is the Pikeville Tandem over 40 team on the red side. Getting it done, 25 to go over here on the blue side. There we are with a 135.71. Fred's to the rescue.
Go, Tracy. Get on it, son.
Somebody have a misstep over there on the red side. Down and pick up the tower, make his way around his Pikeville over 40 team over here on the red side. Give these guys a big round of applause getting it done for you. Tracy Daniels and Richie Robinson. Tracy Daniels over here as he leads into it.
Two hands, dig it in, dig it in.
Let's go! Come on! Push up the head! Right now! Right now! Come on!
Go, Tracy. Pick another time.
There we go! Pikeville over 40 tandem out there getting it down for you. Come on, Tracy! 25! Come on! Come on, make some noise! There we go! Tracy Daniels out there getting it down for you on over 40 tandem. Right at 341.41. Belfry far over here on the blue side. Josh Becker, Lynn Ernest, Sean Scott, Matt Owens, and Mark Marcus. Making it up for you over there. Belfry on the blue side. St. Matthews over here on the red. Michael Monahan, George Wiggins, Vance Sparks, and Ricky Tapp. St. Matthews over here on the red side. Belfry on blue. Trying to make it to the final race, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Belfry over there on the blue side. Come on. St. Matthews over here on the Ranger. Belfry Fire on the blue side. Hand off away on the blue side as he makes his way around and gets the last one. Puts that into 3/4 all the way.
Hits the target, he goes down, hand off. Belfry on blue.
Go, Matt. Go, Matt. Go, Matt, go. Go, Matt, go. Go, Matt, go.
146.50. 146.50 on the red side. Belfry Fire over there on the blue. Got a great ride going. Belfry Fire. There we are. Like a 209.87. 209.87 for Belfry Fire over there on the blue side.
Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And over here on the red side, it's Keith Gillespie, Mitch Case, Rick Potter, Justin Maynard, and Brandon Hayden. It's Pikeville Fire.
Get up, my boy.
Pikeville up and over the rail, headed down. Let's feature race. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.
Pikeville Fire over here on the red side. Pikeville Fire hand off over the hose of the wall. Fire this time. Pikeville. Robinson to the corner. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. How about give them a big round of applause? 131.11 over there on the left side, the 140.
And our first place relay finishes from right here, their hometown Pikeville.
Let's hope to see y'all in next year.